y'all, it's your boy, WWE superstar Kofi Kingston, and you heard me say WWE, so that can only mean one thing. It's that your boy, Kofi Kingston, and the rest of the SmackDown superstars are coming to Nashville, baby, on the 21st. And by the way, you're listening to the Battleground podcast, not to be confused with the legendary pay-per-view Battleground, okay? The legendary pay-per-view Battleground, that's not what this is. This is a podcast called the Battleground Podcast. And a lot of great things happen on this podcast, including the appearance of myself on this podcast. Or if you're listening via a headphone or an ear pod, then, you know, it's happening in your ears, this greatness that's bubbling in your ears and your brain and giving you this amazing experience. You know, it's the Battleground Podcast, baby. Yeah.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Battleground Podcast. It's Battle hanging out with you, and we are just a couple weeks away. There's a lot of big things happening, but the road to the Royal Rumble leads through Nashville. SmackDown is returning to the Bridgestone Arena on January 21st. Of course, you can still grab your tickets right now at WWE.com. But let's bring in a former guest of the show. It's been a while since we talked to this guy. My man, Kofi Kingston, is on the show.
Sure.
Kofi, my man, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How are you?
Just doing some Tai Chi over there?
A little Tai Chi over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm always on the chill. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Got to stay on the loose. And, you know, it's a lot of things have changed since the last time we had you on the show. And, you know, we were kind of bummed because we're big New Day fans on the show and kind of came up short at WWE Day 1 with those tag team titles.
Yeah. Well, we had the odds stacked against us. What a lot of people don't want to talk about is that was an Uso themed pay-per-view. They've been doing the Day 1-ish for a long time. You know,
right.
You step into the Usos house on their pay-per-view, which nobody wanted to talk about, you know, and kudos to the Usos for getting their own pay-per-view. But, you know, I love wrestling the Usos, man. I think that we are really fortunate to be able to say that we have such great chemistry with these guys. It doesn't happen every day, you know, and the longer my career goes, the more I realize that, like, there are certain people who you have a very special chemistry with. You know, Dolph Ziggler is another one for me. Like, we had matches really like every week, I think from 2009 to 2013, you know, but you really pride and you cherish those special bonds that you have with your opponents in terms of chemistry. And the Usos, man, like they're so good. They're so good. Yeah. And to see them like kind of like continue to come into themselves over the years has been really beautiful to watch. And again, I'm just glad that I get to fight them.
For sure. And you know, this kind of might show my age, but growing up, I grew up in that Attitude Era. I would say that the New Day and the Usos kind of reminds me of that feud with Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys.
You see what I'm saying? I like kind of I shudder when I say it because I don't want to just come out and like compare myself to them, and I don't do that to compare ourselves to Edge and Christian and the Dudleys and the Hardys. But what they did with their ladder matches, like, they set the standard, and every single time they had a ladder match, they like the next one was like better, and it got better and better, and they did such a good job of like building their matches to the point where it's like, man, you have a ladder match and you're still trying to top Edge and Christian. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, Hardys and the Dudleys. So I make that comparison all the time at the expense of coming across as like pompous, or you can't throw your name in the same hat as them. But
that's what we're for. That's where we throw your name out there.
I'm glad you said it this time and not me. But like I said, dude, it's just really rare, man. And when you start talking about like being in that echelon of amazing, great, legendary tag teams, it's like, wow, like what is this life, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I take a lot of pride in being able to do that, especially with the Usos. We just have the same mentality as far as going out and like stealing the show. You know, we saw like no matter where we are on the car, we're gonna try to steal it. So when we saw we were on first, we were like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that? All right, cool. Like, this is what you're gonna get. So we love it, man.
And then you have to go back there behind the curtain, walk past Gorilla, and you look at everybody and be like, good luck following that one, boys and girls. Good luck. And speaking of New Day, like everybody in the WWE universe loves New Day. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've gone into any store that sells wrestling merch, and there's always New Day, whatever. There's Bootios, there's merch, there's the unicorns, there's all that kind of stuff. Was there ever a time when you started they started throwing these ideas about you and Xavier and Big E about the New Day? Was there ever a time that you thought, man, I don't know if this is going to be as big as it is as we know it is to be now?
No, I don't think that we. The thing is that number one, you couldn't have predicted like the way that the New Day was going to go. Like if we always knew that when we wanted to be together, that we were going to be successful and that our chemistry was going to thrive because we knew that we had a lot of fun with each other. But to say that like, okay, let's have this goal. You know what? At the end of the finish line, we're gonna wear unicorn horns. We're gonna have Bootios here. We're gonna throw pancakes. We're gonna like talk about ice cream. We're gonna hate country music. We're gonna do. There's so many different things that we just go out there and we do. And the intention is never to be like, oh, let's make this as funny as it can be. It's really just to kind of like pop ourselves. We just go out there and I try to like. Pop Woods and Pop E. A lot of times when we have like interviews or like we're cutting promos, oftentimes you'll see like Woods and E, and they'll start like pantomiming like what I'm doing. And I'm like, oh my God, like I can't look over there because now I'm gonna break. I'm not gonna be able to say what I want to say. But we just go out there and we have fun, man. And I think that's what like separates us from a lot of different people out there. We're not like obligated to go out there and be these big brooding like serious, we're gonna come out there and kick your ass, man, like that's not us. Like there's a lot of people that can go out there and do that, but man, I think that like our authentic like the genuine like bond that we have shines through. You can't plan it, you can't fake it, it just is what it is. And I think that people love seeing that authenticity.
For sure. And the thing that it's great about is sometimes I'll just scroll through eBay just to see kind of like autograph stuff that people have. The other day there was an autographed pancake from you guys that you had thrown out in the crowd. And I was like, bro, how do you like, first of all, what's your thought process if somebody's like, can you sign my pancake? And then second of all, how do you preserve that? Like, how do you send that to JSA to get certified?
It's great, man. This is like our impact on the youth of America and people that, we come out and every time we drive out of a show, you have like these like grown men and they're just like, they start swirling their hips and like twerking.
Exactly.
Like, this is not what we were trying to do. We weren't trying to get grown men to like twerk at us, but the fan base is so strong. And then like you said, man, we'll get people that will bring a pancake to like the airport and be like, hey man, I caught a pancake 4 years ago. It's been in my freezer, and it's been preserved, and I had it, and here it is. Can you sign it? I'm just like, why do you have
what
this?
What is this? Yeah.
Why, So it really, I really get a kick out of how enthusiastic our fans are and how, we're able to entertain them on this ridiculous level that you would take number one, that you would take a pancake that you don't know where it was. Sometimes you do know where it was. You see E taking pancakes out of his tights. He doesn't wear any drawers under there, okay? So he's in there, and now he's throwing these pancakes out, and you guys are like clamoring for it, and you're like hurdling over people like women at a wedding trying to get the bouquet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you put the pancake in your mouth, and I'm just like, what? And then you bring that pancake to us like 5 years later, and you say, well, I just had it in the freezer and I preserved it. I took a bite out of it. I'm like, well, you're still alive, so let me go ahead and sign it, man.
Exactly.
Congratulations. It's great, man. We have a great fan base for sure.
Man, and it's always great to see because, I mean, the Funko Pops and the action figures, it's so cool because, like, I mean, I was able to find a replacement Funko Pop that my 4-year-old decided to break of all you guys because it was the Toys R Us exclusive one.
Yikes.
And now there's no Toys R Us. I had to spend a little bit more money on eBay to get it, but I got it and I put it far up. But of course, WWE SmackDown is rolling through Nashville January 21st at Bridgestone Arena. Tickets are available right now at WWE.com. But something that's really cool that we're looking forward to, 2022 is going to be a fun year for wrestling. And it kind of started with the Royal Rumble with, I guess, announcing the Women's Royal Rumble. Of course, you have Mickie James coming in, who's the Impact Wrestling Championship. And then there's the IWC, the internet rumors of somebody from other promotions could be coming into the the Royal Rumble. Now that it seems like WWE is kind of starting to slowly work with other people, is there anybody outside of WWE that you'd like to have a match with?
Absolutely. We talk about working with the Elite all the time, having a 6-man with the Elite. That would be great. And we kind of touched it a little bit when we played them in Street Fighter. I think it was at like an E3,
Yeah.
or it was like a Comic-Con. I forget where it was, but we played. That wasn't supposed to like happen. Like we were surprised. We thought that like at some point that it was gonna get pulled. You know what I mean? That like,
Right.
wait a minute, we know who these guys are. You can't be out there socializing and acknowledging people from other universes. No. But here we are, man. It's crazy, man. And I think it's a great thing. The Royal Rumble, like you always look to it to wonder like who's gonna come out from the past. And you always assume like, hey, well, it's gonna be someone that was in WWE in the past, or WCW in the past, and we're gonna see it. But now for us to be like openly crossing bridges and opening forbidden doors, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's really, really exciting, man. And it's so fitting that the first person announced was Mickie James, right? Like, because it's so Mickie to like, just pop her head in and hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I'm super excited for her, man. Like she's someone who I've been pretty close with over all my career here. She's always kind of taken me under her wing, you know what I mean, and been really, really cool, kind of like in this big sister role. So I'm excited just to see her as a human being, because I haven't seen her in I don't know how long, but yeah, it's wild, man. You never thought that you would see somebody from another promotion coming into our WWE universe. It's really, really exciting, man. It opens up a lot of doors, hopefully, but yeah, man, we'll see what happens. We'll kind of cross the bridge when it comes and play it one day at a time.
For sure. And I'm excited about that because we're going to be going to the Royal Rumble. But of course, all roads to the Royal Rumble lead through Nashville at Bridgestone Arena SmackDown January 21st. You can still grab your tickets right now at WWE.com. And real quick, Kofi, before we let you go, is there anything you want to tell everybody out there that's watching, that's listening, that's in Nashville or worldwide?
Yeah, I've been saying this all morning, man. I think that Nashville is a very underrated crowd in terms of the energy that you guys bring. When people talk about like some of the best crowds out there, and I feel like Nashville doesn't get recognized, and they should, because Nashville is amazing, man. Like you guys are awesome with the energy out there. Obviously, with the music culture, you bring that same energy to the crowd. So we look forward to that. And anybody who hasn't been to a WWE show live, like you owe it to yourself to be entertained, man. So come out there and bring your signs and cheer for the people who you like, and boo the people who you don't like. And, that's all okay. You know what I'm saying? We see those signs. We acknowledge those signs. And we look forward to just, taking in that energy and then giving you our energy back and going back and forth until the whole roof blows off. So, yeah, get out there, get yourself a ticket, man. Because these shows between pre-Rumble and all the way to Mania are always like stepped up. So these are some of the better shows of the year. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be dope.
For sure. Well, Kofi, it's an honor to have you back on the show. When you roll through Nashville, whether it be for SmackDown or SummerSlam, love to get you in studio to hang out.
Yeah.
But Kofi, thanks for taking the time out and hanging out with us today, man.
Right on, man. Thank you for having me on.